In this video, you are going to be guided into a 20-minute interactive meditation, which I will explain in a moment, as well as a yoga practice to calm anxiety. Perhaps you heard that yoga and meditation are great to combat anxiety, or maybe even a doctor prescribed yoga and meditation as part of your anxiety recovery program, which is amazing. Doctors seeing and putting a high value of mindfulness, the bottom up with the body approach in yoga, and the top down of really what's the root cause here of anxiety that is wreaking havoc on your nervous system. We will start with a 20-minute interactive meditation where we'll be working with that top-down approach modality. For those who are like, oh my goodness, I cannot meditate for 20 minutes, keyword interactive. You will tap into a meditative state and start to connect to the part of you that is the anxiety, because you as a whole is not anxiety. There's a part of you, and when we can connect and tend to the root, we can align, upgrade, or even process and release what is the root cause of the anxiety. Meditation and the yoga portion will work powerfully together, so I do recommend setting aside the 40 minutes to fully delve into both of these powerful practices, because when we're just doing one, like a chin up practice or a body down, and you're like, yoga is not helping, this meditation stuff's not working, we're not working with your system at a holistic approach, which both of these married together absolutely will. Because when we're experiencing generalized anxiety disorder or chronic anxiety, the body has then become programmed to remain in that state of anxiety. This has become your new baseline, and the body will crave more and more cortisol to feel normal. Believe it or not, our nervous system will always choose a familiar chaos over an unfamiliar calm. So working with these two practices on a regular basis, you'll start to create a new familiar of safety within the body as you process and clear anxiety and the root of it. What these two practices will do is to start to release these stress chemicals, to send cues of safety to the brain and to the body, and calm your nervous system, and create a new familiar of safety. So let's start with the first practice, that meditative practice. Finding a comfortable seat, starting to allow your beautiful eyes to close or gaze the tip of your nose if that feels more safe and available for your system in this now. And as you connect to your breath, fill to the base of your belly, even place your hand to the base of your belly, and as you breathe in, let that area fill with air. The sides of your rib cage expand, filling with air, and your chest. So we're breathing through our entire capacity, replenishing our cells, our body with air, with breath. This is already starting to signal to your nervous system you're in a safe place, and it could start to shift into parasympathetic. And if your awareness is deep in the mind, as if you have an elevator at the top of your head, I want you to bring that elevator of awareness down the mind, down your throat, down into your body, and start to connect where you feel the manifestation of anxiety in the body. So this will feel different for everyone. Maybe it's tension, maybe it's tightness, maybe it's a ball of stuck energy you feel in your throat. Maybe it's pain in your stomach or your head, a headache. And wherever you feel the anxiety in your body, allowing a hand to come to that area, or both hands to multiple areas. And as you connect to where you feel the anxiety or labeling it any other emotion. Perhaps it's fear, worry, overwhelm, stress. Whatever word you connect with for the feeling in your body to help process this emotion, just state, I am feeling blank, fill in the blank. And without stories coming up, just let your body process and move any stuck energy of that emotion. Keeping the breath flowing to help move the energy out. Deep exhales, even out your mouth like a sound. And just sitting with the emotion, and as you track the emotion in your body, as this is a natural, innate wisdom of the body to process emotions, and you're aiding in this process, notice the level of the emotion you were feeling. If it was at a 10, how it's starting to dissolve and dissipate, moving towards 9, to an 8, to a 7, just by breath, awareness, and allowing yourself to feel the emotion. You don't need to fear the emotion, but to feel it. Now from this space and place, I want you to imagine a beautiful rose. We're tying in some work with energetics and energy. And on the outside of your energy field, which is an arm's distance about, above, below, and around you, placing that rose, can be any color, imagining and see it on the outside of your energy field, and start to guide the anxiety, the part of you that is the anxiety, onto that rose, so you can start to create some separation and start to unblend from the anxiety. Again, you are not the anxiety. It is a part of you, it is an emotion, but it is not all encompassing, even when it can feel like it is. So as you place that part onto the rose, we're gonna work with this part, these emotions, all the stories that create even more overwhelm, even more anxiety, even more fear, placing it on the rose. Maybe you see an image that encompasses that, or you're just seeing energy. Whatever you're seeing, feeling, or experiencing is perfect, is your journey. Now, working with this part of you like it's a child, and to get curious with this part, start to ask this part some questions. And it will be different each day for everyone. So I'll give you a couple just to get the ball rolling. Asking this part, how old do you think I am? We're gathering information. Maybe this part thinks you're still a child and you need its help. It thinks you need its help to be hyper vigilant, hyper aware, people please, fawn, be ready for a fight or be ready to flight, right? All these nervous system responses that anxiety can manifest as. Ask this part, why are you here? What's your role? Do you think you're helping me? And let the answers come. Remain open mind, open heart, curious as you get to know this part, this energy, this emotion better. Now, asking this part, what do you need from me to let go? Maybe it needs to know you're an adult now and you're no longer in that environment. And it's okay if this part doesn't want to let go. That's quite normal, I've found with clients. So you can assign this part a new role. But let's first update this part to who you are now, where you are now, the difference you're in from when it was established, when it came in to help you. So you can take that rose around your house, you can take that rose to your favorite place you've been on vacation. You can take that rose just around, updating this part to come current to your now reality. Now, if this part and this energy on the rose seems more like a younger part of you, an inner child, just allow that rose to take shape as a younger you. If you don't connect with that and you're able to connect with the rose, regardless, allowing your arms to draw in as if you're hugging that young inner child or you're hugging the rose with the anxiety that thought it was helping you in some way, that's been there to help you survive. As you give this part or this younger you a hug, just add a gentle sway here to nourish the nervous system. Create that safety in this now. A couple rocks and deep breaths. Remain connected to your body, to this practice. Now allowing a merging of this rose or of this inner child of only what's going to come with. So if you've signed a new role, that this part now gets to be a peace, a calm, a sense of safety, working with who you are now, working with your higher self, or perhaps just coming current with who you are now, feeling the rose, feeling the inner child merge back within your heart and your mind. What is not coming with, energy that is being cleared and processed. Allowing that to dissolve and dissipate either into white light, to Mother Earth, whatever you resonate with. I'm just kind of flicking my hands of energy, old parts that aren't coming with. This is something I learned in my Reiki training. Just the top layer above your skin of what you're brushing off. You always hear brush it off. Energetically brushing off to release what is not coming with. In this merging, may there be wisdoms and insights of, that's what the anxiety was trying to do for me. Oh, that story, that limiting belief has been really wreaking havoc on my inner world. This distorted relationship to time has made me feel so much pressure. However, and whatever answers you got, allowing the wisdoms and the insights to be integrated. And if nothing came through in this time, in this now, it is okay. Trusting the answers, clarity, the process of clearing the energetic work, even your breath, connection to your nervous system, you did still receive a lot. We'll bring one or both hands to your heart center. And as you connect your hands to your heart, trusting that the answers will come, any clarity, anything that's meant or needed to be revealed to you, to tend to work with, will be. And allowing your palms to face up and land on the top of your knees, and just taking a body check-in. And scan with that same elevator that started at the top of your head to go back down your body, down to your toes, to travel all the way back up to your head, and just start to scan and tune in from when you started this practice, this interactive meditation, to now, where you're at on if we were to scale it, 10 in extreme anxiety response to 5 to a 1, barely any. Even if you move from a 10 to a 9, 20 minutes to get you there and take you there is pretty incredible. You can stay in that connection with yourself and inquiring with this part, unblending, creating that separation, tuning into, okay, actually, this isn't fully me. And as you get answers and clarity, what this part needs from you, and continuing to tend to it and to process it. Now we're going to move into the yoga portion of somatic exercises to continue to support in the release of these stress chemicals, getting you out of that stuck fight or flight, freeze, fawn response, and creating a new familiar of calm and safety. Keyword: creating new familiar. So this will require practice and repetition, and continuing to come back to being in your body. Breath. So yoga is not a one-size-fits-all for calming anxiety. There's so many different types of yoga, and I'm a huge yogi. I've been teaching for 11 years. I will always recommend yoga, but for specifically calming anxiety, we want to work with specific movements and holds that not every yoga practice does tailor to. This one absolutely will, and you'll find that some of these movements are actually woven into some practices in yoga. This class, 100% of the holds and poses are to support in calming your nervous system. Let's begin lying down. Lying down on your back, start to point and flex your feet, pointing and flexing, and a gentle rocking you'll feel travel all the way up the lower body, into the hips, into the upper body. And this rocking, especially if we're starting to go into freeze response or shut down, so we'll start to mobilize the energy. Taking deep breaths in through the nose And I recommend sighing out through the mouth. Keep with that rocking, feeling your body respond to this movement. Softening, releasing that movement. Start to bend the knees and plant the feet together, the knees towards the sky. Bring the elbows out to a cactus shape, just for stability and support as you drop the knees to one side, lifting them back up and dropping them to the other side. Hip rocking, releasing tension through our hips. Our hips have been coined as the emotional centers of our body, where they store emotions that didn't have the opportunity to fully process, that are stuck. If we have prolonged fear, worry, stress, overwhelm, that can be coined as anxiety in the body. A constant state of the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. And the emotions don't get processed. So hip work really supports in moving, processing stored emotions that the body holds onto. You can go as fast or slow. Maybe going slower than you want, especially if you're in a rushy, buzzy anxiety energy. We tend to speed things up. Doing one more on each side. And coming back through center. Just pausing here with the feet as wide as your mat and the knees to knock together. Taking a moment again to do that body check-in, to really stay connected to your body. So much of anxiety is head-ridden. We're living in the head. So starting to soothe the mind, letting the mind know it's safe to be in the body. The more you can come back when your mind wanders to your body, again, the more this will become familiar, a familiar state. Be in the present moment. Your body is always in the present. And for your mind to not always have to be on overdrive. From here, bringing the feet back together, the knees stay connected, reaching one arm overhead and drop the knees the same way the arm is lengthened, so you can roll on your side body and allow your bicep to be a pillow as you just rest here in this fetal position. This is supportive for your inner child. Just allowing that younger part of you to feel that soothing position. And pressing down with your top hand to lift yourself up into a seat. Working with hip circles, hands just above the knees, and start to swirl your upper body around. Again, working with releasing that area of the hips that hold on to the emotions. And going the opposite way, the opposite direction of those hip swirls in your upper body. If your hips are really tight, this physically feels really good. Emotionally, it'll start to feel really good as well. Bringing yourself back through center, switching the opposite shin to come forward in front, or if you're doing half lotus, the ankle on top of the opposite hip. From here, grabbing for your outsides of your arms. These are rebounds. You're gonna rebound in down towards your knees. Slowly, slowly, rounding the spine down till the forehead comes quite close towards the floor. And slowly, as you inhale, start to roll your spine up. Your head's the last to rise, as if you have a connection of your head and a string pulling you up. Let your arms reach up. Open your arms out wide, a seated star pose. Those who feel like they need to be small and hide and not visible, allowing yourself to feel safe to take up space, to be seen in this world. We'll do that once again, grabbing for opposite sides of the arms, rebounding in, chin towards your chest, rolling down, keeping the breath flowing here. Rolling in towards yourself, and then rolling yourself back out. One segment of the spine and rolling at a time. Head is last to rise. Breathe in. Open the arms, breathe out, take up beautiful space. Coming back through center. Now our nervous system will respond again in those 4 variations of the state. So if you're more in a freeze mode, this one's really powerful. Regardless, we'll all do it. Starting to knock and tap on your arms all the way up. We're just getting that energy mobilized across your heart. Other hand goes down your arm on the inside, up the outside. Just nice, gentle body taps across the collarbones. You can even get this into your legs. Extend your legs out long. Start on the hips on the outside, down the legs. A little bit of self-love to yourself, a little self-awakening and massage, mobilizing that energy. Again, is in that freeze or unmotivated, just heavy energy. Very good. Nice little brushes down the body, brushing away any energy that is just ready to release. Down the neck, off the arms. Oh, we should be starting to feel better already. Beautiful. We're going to take it to standing. Now from standing, reach the palms to the sky, breathe in. Palms face down, breathe out. Breathe in. Palms face down, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Feeling grounded, growing tall as you reach the arms up, breathe out. Feeling the body release. Breathe in. Garnering courage, strength, and confidence. Exhale. Breathing out heaviness, stress, and tension. Continue. Twice more. Last one. Big, full, deep breath. Good. Bring your feet wider than your hips. Let's find some nice arm swings, allowing your upper body to twist side to side, arms to swing. This is just so nourishing for the inner child. Feel playful. This is amazing for the spine to release tension, pent-up tension. Really great for the nervous system. Breath always flowing in all these poses, full, intentional. Beautiful. And from this standing position, the feet wide, star pose. Inhale, look up, shine your heart. Exhale, palms down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, take up that space, breathe in, open through your heart space. Exhale. Once more. Such a beautiful antidote to feeling small and like you need to hide. Beautiful. From here, we'll come down onto the mat. From all fours and all the way down onto your forearms. Untuck of the toes, elbows below the shoulders, fingertips spread wide, and allowing your head to be in line with your shoulders as you start to peer over your left shoulder and let your eyes finish the turn, looking to the edges of your eyes. Breathing in as you allow those eyes to look to the corners. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn the other way over to the right. Allow the eyes to look to the corners of the sockets. Inhale, center once more to the left. Turn with the head and the eyes. So much beautiful research coming out with how the eyes are connected to our vagus nerve, supporting the system. Also so much with the eyes and the brain. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn over the right. EMDR is all about eye movement side to side to remap a situation or scenario by following a dot on the screen, turning your eyes to the left and to the right, and the amazing changes that happen in the mind and the brain. We're tapping into some of that magic here. Inhale, center. Exhaling. Bending at your knees, lifting the hips, bringing the big toes to touch the knees as wide as the mat. Soften and sink your hips in between your heels as low as you can get them, arms long, to drop the forehead down onto the mat. Now this is your child's pose position. This is incredibly calming for the nervous system. You're very grounded here. Allow this sense of support and safety to be invoked in the body and spread throughout the tips of the fingers down to the tips of the toes. Your forehead's grounded, your arms, your palms are grounded, your knees and lower body and hips are grounded. Held by Mother Earth. Held and safe. Just as babies feel safe when they're held. That comfort. This is also a hip opener, so you're getting that added benefit of release through the hips.
This should feel very soothing. 3 more inhales and exhales.
Pushing down to lift yourself up, to roll. Swing the legs around and roll onto your back. Ending here with a shake out. Lift the legs to the sky, lift the palms to the sky, and start to shake the legs, the feet, the ankles. Shake the palms, the wrists, the arms. It's so good to release again any extra stress chemicals. Energy that is just stored. Giving that nervous system, giving your nervous system that opportunity to clear, to release, to process any of those fight, flight, freeze responses. Shake, shake, shake. Shake like you've never shook before. We see animals after they go through a stressful experience, they shake out the stress hormones, they shake out the stress response from what happened, and then they go off on their merry way. Shake, 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 shake. And soften, release, legs down as wide as the mat, palms to face up. Take 3 cleansing, clearing breaths, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling, sigh out through the mouth. And tuning back in, checking back in to where you are feeling the anxiety in the body, and noticing if you started to move, noticing how farther down that scale of 10 to 1 you started to move, engaging in these poses, these holds to support your nervous system. And noticing, I'm going to come to a seat, but you can stay lying down. Noticing that certain of those poses will actually have a greater effect, release and relief for you, that you can just repeat those throughout your day when you're feeling this pent up energy. Or if you're feeling more immobilized, the tapping, the rebounding in, just to get that energy to start to flow so you can get out of bed, get off the couch, and truly start to live your life in a calm way that is safe for your system. I trust that you found this video supportive for your anxiety recovery journey, for helping calm anxiety. I encourage you to come back to these practices on a regular basis. It's an unwinding of anxiety. It's not just a light switch, it's more of a dimmer and a continuation to unwind, unlayer, untether from the grips and the hold and the roots of anxiety, and creating that new safety zone, that new familiarity, that safe, calm is safe in the body. It's wild that the mind and the body will always go to what it's familiar, even if it's causing anxiety and a lot of pain. This is such a great place to start if you'd like to delve deeper. I totally forgot to introduce myself. I'm a rapid transformational therapist, clinical hypnotherapist, as well as a yoga teacher. And I love combining from all those modalities to create a holistic approach to anxiety recovery, because it is recovering your nervous system, your beautiful mind space from the shackles of anxiety. I'm honored to be your guide through these practices. Thank you for letting me be a part of your day or a part of your night. If you feel pulled to go deeper with this work, I have a Recovering from Generalized Anxiety Disorder video that goes deeper into the different bottom-up, top-down approaches, therapies, modalities. I also work with clients one-on-one to guide you through your own personal, tailored healing, recovery, clearing, releasing from anxiety. I've walked this path with hundreds of clients and walked myself through it. So sometimes we do need that guide to really support us and help us at different points in our journey. Perhaps you're living at a 10, yes, let someone walk with you. Maybe you're at a 5 and just nothing's moving the needle anymore. Okay, well, have we looked at recovering from anxiety in a holistic way? Is it more energetic work we're needing, more subconscious work we're needing, more of the body, intuition approach? Being in this world for so long and walking myself through all these different modalities, I am just here to share my gifts so you can live your gifted life in joy, in calm, in peace, in ease, and connection. More information for working together in the description below. I look forward till next we meet in the next video.